In IMDb or Internet Movie Database, we can really see how people assess a movie based on whatever they like. Hey, my name is Zaki and we're going to talk a little bit about grading. Reviewing is a fun activity where you can share your experience doing something, learning something, watching something to the world. And the world may see your review and they will have their own thoughts on that particular thing. Whether it's motorcycle, car, electronics, or game, or even students. Like I said, reviewing is a fun activity, but grading is quite stressing, since it affects the public statements of that particular person, and also it will affect the motivation which that person being valued. That person is our students, and the student's expectation when he or she got his or her test result. The test result may or may not meet the student's expectation. And of course, when it affects the student expectation, it will also affect the parents' expectation. And of course, later on, it will affect the student achievement also. In the past, educators were primarily concerned with reliability and standardization of teachers' grading practices. But recent research has further explored factors that influences the achievement and non-achievement related to shape of teachers' grades. Okay. This is clearly conflict with the practices of teachers' grades, since they will also a little bit difficult to actually grade their students. The most salient internal factor was the teacher's philosophy of teaching and learning, and the major external factors were identified as district grading policies mandated state-wide learning standards, high-stakes tests, and parents' expectations. Now, Macmillan also argued that one of the most difficult issues in grading is how to deal with non-achievement factors such as effort, work habits, and motivation. Teachers consider these enabling factors in grading because they are traits that teachers cultivate and regard as important for student achievement. That is exactly why it conflicts with their standardization and practices of grading. Now I have a situation. First, you are a teacher. Second, you have a student named John. And John has shown his valor in his responsibility in your class. Let's say you are teaching physics, and John has shown that he is a smart guy, a smart kid, a smart student. But you didn't see him doing so much than his friend because of his high IQ, and he did not experience any kind of difficulty in your class. So his effort is lesser than his classmates. Now you will grade John on his quality of working in comparison to the class, to the other classmates, without being concerned about the amount of work that he has done because he is smart. Or second, you will grade John because he did not make a serious effort in your class and he could have done it better, so you lower the grade you give to John. Or the third one, assigned him a higher grade to encourage him to work harder. See, now that is exactly what I meant by achievement and non-achievement and the practices of grading. It conflicts with each other. So, in conclusion, grading is a complex evaluative practice that requires teachers to make judgments about student learning. Grades are used, most notably, to make public statements to students, parents, and principals about student achievement. And teachers must be fair, thorough, and meaningful in grading his or her students. We should also give a meaningful feedback and responding in a good way. That is all from me. Thank you very much. Let's have another sip.